Hello everyone, welcome back to Dork Duo Plays the Great Ace Attorney 2 Resolve, Episode 3, The Return of the Great Departed Soul. That's concerning.
Yeah, someone's been playing with witchcraft.
Maybe.
Or something like that.
The grand end of the century great exhibition of London. Surely there is not a soul who has failed to hear of it. Wondrous new works of culture and industry from every corner of the globe had converged on Hyde Park. Welcoming over 50 million visitors. The last great hurrah of this century. Astonished and delighted people of all nations, and ended on a note of resounding success. But as regards to the terrible catastrophe that occurred during the festivities, very few are aware my friend Mr. Herlock Sholmes had a hand in unraveling the matter. For from the shadows, it was he who earnestly unearthed the facts of the case. And like the centerpiece of the great exhibition, which rose high into the skies of Hyde Park, Sholmes's brilliant deductions, as clear and lofty as the crystal tower itself, brought the truth to light.
Oh, is that promising or what?
That sounds
We're here at the
freaking...
showground
Oh,
of the great exhibition, which is absolutely packed with people.
Oh,
sounds pretty cool to
The
me.
weather is unusually fine, and we're about to witness a most extraordinary scientific experiment. Ladies and gentlemen, the 20th century will see steam engines and electrical power dominate the world.
uh-huh.
Horse-drawn
Okay.
carts will give way to the motor car. Ships will sprout wings and take to the skies. And today, we showcase even more advanced technology. A glimpse into the future. A world first. A demonstration of my super high voltage instantaneous kinesis machine.
Right.
Okay.
A man will literally be disassembled by a pulse of high voltage electricity and beamed to another location.
That sounds kind of murdery.
Yeah,
Whereupon
maybe
his body will
not
be
do that.
reassembled by a series of complex calculations exactly as it was before.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Did you test that? Sir?
And now he will die!
Whichever one comes first.
From now, these gentlemen will, in the blink of an eye, complete an incredible journey through the air. To arrive an instant later on the crystal tower behind you!
Sure.
I don't know if you want
What kind of harebrained scheme is this?
It reminds me of a certain somebody that tried to make something like that. He got fused with a fly or something.
Oh, you're talking about the movie The Fly?
Yeah. That's one I... That's
I was
one
thinking about
keep-
Bill from Pokemon, who got turned into a freaking Yarino.
Oh. Remember that.
Anyway, 22nd of October at 9:36 in the morning.
Almost time for Halloween.
Reno! Reno, are you listening?
Oh, sorry. What was that, Iris?
What's the matter with you? You've been miles away all morning. Didn't you like what I cooked for breakfast?
No, that's not it at all. What were we talking about again?
Today's paper. It's full of news about the Great Exhibition again.
Ah, yes. The Great Exhibition. I'd like to go sometime.
You're really not your usual self today. You seem very down. Don't you agree, Hurley? Ugh!
Oh,
Hmm.
emo.
Did you say something, Iris? Oh gosh, you're even more down. Wah! When did you arrive, Mr. Naruhodo?
I've been here for about half an hour already. We had breakfast together.
What? Why didn't you mention it before?
I, thought you might have known I was here. You know, because... breakfast.
Iris is quite right. You're clearly lacking in vim. So much so that I didn't notice your presence.
Thanks.
Of course, I could deduce the reason perfectly well with some simple observation. Oh, this should be great.
What?
Let's see. Yes, for example, your tousled hair this morning, with all its unruly I feel like we've done this song and dance before. Clearly, it can be deduced, therefore, that...
Let me stop you right there, Mr. Sholmes, because I think I can see where this is going.
No, I'm on a roll.
My hair always looks like this. It always has. Ever since we first met, in fact.
Oh, really? How interesting. It just doesn't look like a haircut as such, I suppose.
Thanks again. It crossed my mind recently that it's been 6 months now
6 months?
since I was forbidden from working in court. So I've been wondering how much longer I'm going to be banned.
Until the mods approve your, your request to come back. Oh, wait. Oh, well, that would explain why you seem rather glum. Don't you agree, Hurley? Ugh, frick's sake.
Jeez.
Did you say something, Iris?
Ah, back to moping. I mean, I can't really say anything, I'm doing it too.
They call me Herlock Mope.
The mopiest of mopes. What's the matter with Mr. Sholmes today? He seems even more down the dumps than me.
I know, and the Great Exhibition is opened. You'd think he'd be excited. Oh, why don't we all go see it together? I want to, of course I do, but I can't. Not for the time being.
Why not?
Why not? Why not? Because I'm a great detective, after all.
So you're embroiled in some tricky case that you can't be distracted from? Is that it?
I don't remember hearing that you're working on a case, Hurley.
I suppose I should try to find out what's going on.
Alright, let's talk to Sherlock Momes.
Sherlock Momes. Half a year ago now, I took on the defense of a young girl in a trial heard at the Old Bailey. What at first seemed like a simple case of murder that took place in London pawnbrokery turned out to be one part of a much more far-reaching plot that involved the British government. During the course of the trial, it was found I made an unavoidable yet at the same time unforgivable mistake. Oh yeah, I forgot. What's failing me? This situation is utterly deplorable. Mr. Naruhodo. Yes, my lord? I will decide upon your fate the following conclusion of this trial. Of course, my lord.
Ha! Get wrecked!
Dang, got banned. In the end, I had my right to represent people in court revoked. I was told I had to spend my time in research and study, so that's what I've been doing.
You have, haven't you, Runo? Reading all those big fat tomes about British law up in your room, and then it's about Sholmes' old case. This is... brewing Iris' special blends of tea, fetching my daily bread for me. You've become something of a manservant around here. Starting the silverware next, Master Naruhodo.
Well, I'm thinking of going to ask the powers that be to reconsider.
Powers? Will powers? No, wait, that's later on. Much later on.
I was thinking more of Austin Powers. Specifically
This
Lord
isn't the
Strongheart.
80s, Mr. Naruhodo. 70s,
yeah,
whatever.
We're not there yet, I guess. Specifically Lord Strongheart at the British Supreme Court on Whitehall.
I'm strong and I have a heart. That's why they call me Strongheart. Lord Strongheart?
Yeah, the big burly guy.
Ah, the delightful Lord Chief Justice. Not my favorite fellow.
He's not mine either, but he's the man I have to talk to. He's the only one who can grant permission for me to start working in the courts again. I came to Britain to become the best lawyer I could. And I can't do that with just sitting around here. The whole of London has been swept up in this great exhibition, hasn't it?
The most advanced science, the most modern technology, the finest works of art and feats of engineering. For the next 6 months, our capital will be showcasing these things, and the world will be watching. Oh, do you know what I'd like to do? I'd like to look down London from one of those lovely balloons.
Look down, hon? Do you mean those things fly?
Yes, of course. They fly high in the sky and don't need wings to do it. All you need is hot air. So if they put you underneath one, they'll have plenty of hot air.
But how? How does hot air have anything to do with flying? It makes no sense. I can't understand it at all.
That's true of a lot of new scientific discoveries. Most people can't understand them at first. But in 100 years' time, all these things will just be common knowledge.
I suppose they might be.
Mind you, some of the science being demonstrated seems very questionable. Something went wrong on the open experimentation stage yesterday, apparently. There was a huge explosion. Still, I wish I'd seen it, though. I'd love to see how bad some of these scam experiments really are.
That's the innocent 10-year-old girl.
See here, every page of this paper carries some article or other about the Great Exhibition. But the brighter things shine, the darker the shadows that are cast behind them. I learned that playing Kingdom Hearts 1. Personally, I find myself drawn to the darkness, to the impenetrable. That is my proper atmosphere.
Same. Shadows cast behind? Is that a metaphorical way of referring to the back page of the paper?
Well, now that you're mentioning it, let me take a look at the back. What in the world?
What is that?
Hold on. Hold that thought. Let's look at the front first.
Every article on the front page is news about the Great Exhibition. Public experiments to demonstrate brand new scientific ideas, cultural exhibits from around the globe. It's also positive and hopeful about the coming country.
Century?
We must go. Oh, century. We must all go to see it properly before too long.
Okay, now let's...
Okay. So many glowing reports about the Great Exhibition and everything that's going on there. Other than this rather gloomy looking one, that is. Wait, what?
What's the matter, Rina?
The Reaper attacked. That's Lord Von Zykes. This must be what Mr. Sholmes was talking about. Does he know any more, I wonder? But who would be so foolish as to attack the Reaper?
Also, speaking of who's, why are there two of them?
Yeah, that is strange.
They both have swords. Why does everyone have swords in this country, including the foreigners?
I was about to say, why don't I have... Oh, wait, I do have one. Are you investigating a particularly tricky case at the moment, Mr. Sholmes?
You could say that, I suppose.
Nothing more to add? That's not like you. What sort of case is it? Oh,
Quiet, Mr. Naruhodo. We must not discuss it here. You never know who might be listening. Say an innocent 10-year-old girl. You're acting very strangely, Hurley.
what do you mean, Iris?
Usually. The more mysterious and complicated a case is, the better Hurley's mood. Ah. Is it really a case that's bothering you? Iris, please, you mustn't exercise your astute powers of observation and deduction on me without invitation. Remember what I always say. Put yourself in the shoes of the individual about whom you're making deductions.
You say that, do you? You, Mr. Sholmes?
Never mind. Once I've had a cup of tea, I must make my way at once to the crime scene.
That was a deep sigh.
Sounds like he really doesn't want to be where he's supposed to be.
I want to go watch all the fantastical stuff. It says in the paper that Lord Von Sykes was attacked. That's terrible.
You know the legend of the Reaper of the Bailey, of course, don't you? Only too well, in fact.
Yes. Prosecutor Barrick Von Sykes.
Look at this wine I'm not going to drink, more than likely.
They say that if the Reaper is the prosecutor in a case, there's no salvation for whoever's in the dock. Even if the defendant is found not guilty. Once the Reaper has someone in his sights, one way or another, that person's time left on this earth will be short.
London's finest rogues always find ways around the law. They'll stop at nothing to secure an acquittal at trial. Falsifying evidence, paying sham witnesses, threatening jurors, bribing judges. But even such devious tactics as these cannot save them from the hand of the Reaper. The Carolina Reaper. Wait, no, wrong one. As you've experienced yourself, haven't you, Mr. Naruhodo?
I've eaten a Carolina Reaper, yes. I've seen the Reaper's retribution at work.
You have?
Yeah, we grew some in the garden one time.
Woo!
Yeah. Oh, I couldn't eat the whole thing, but
Many
parts of them, yeah.
That sounds painful. Many of these criminal rogues are reckless and quite unafraid to die. If a leader among their fraternity is seen to have been taken by the Reaper, retaliation like this does occur. Really, the capital is a never-ending supply of such scoundrels.
Go. Oh, hold on. I'm chopping up. I was chopping a little bit. I think I'm okay now.
You sound fine.
Okay. Whew. That was close. But yeah, you just chop them up and then you eat like one piece on whatever you're eating at a time. You don't like put the whole thing in your mouth. You can enjoy them pretty good.
Huh.
Yeah. So do you mean Lord Von Sykes has been attacked like this before? This isn't the first time?
He's quite an accomplished combatant, you know. He doesn't take these attacks lying down. Although, it seems that his assailants were armed with guns this time.
Oh my goodness. Is he alright then? Is Lord Von Sykes hurt?
My dear fellow, how on earth would I know? Well, in the article here it says, as to Lord Von Sykes and his condition, all will be revealed in tomorrow morning's edition. Ah, I see. Well, we shall have to be patient then.
No. I can't wait until tomorrow.
Well, do you want to go see him then?
He's my friend.
He is. That's what imagine the show is like one hugely raised eyebrow, like, uh-huh. In that case.
Yeah, sure.
You shall have to inquire with somebody in the know.
But who? Lord Strongheart, perhaps?
He'd know too.
I guess he would, wouldn't he?
Well, I must be leaving now.
Yes, understood. See you later, Mr. Sholmes.
Ha! You really are a shameless liar sometimes, my dear fellow.
What?
You seek to put me off my guard and follow me, don't you? Well, you'd be wasting your time. I don't know where I'm going either.
The thought had crossed my mind, but now I'm wondering where you're going.
Well then, see you later indeed.
Listen to him. He's still laughing on his way out the door. What?
Alright then, Reno, let's get going.
Oh, Iris. What are you wearing?
They're called clothes, silly. I've got change to go to the Great Exhibition. You're going to take me.
What? But I was just about to go to the Supreme Court.
Oh, well that sounds fun too. We're going to take me there then.
Okay. I guess. Alright. Fine. Just Lower that weapon, would you?
Of course! After the Supreme Court, then we'll go see the Great Exhibition, right?
Right. Sure. You don't need to twist my arm.
Alright, let's go see Lord Strongheart. See what he's up
He's
to.
very cute, though. The little birds have flown away.
These parameters are not acceptable.
It's been about 6 months now since I was last here. But some things never change. Like the sense of foreboding I always seem to feel in this place. Don't lay on the floor.
Well, someone's having a good time.
Oh. Doesn't seem to be bothering Iris at all, though. She's happily reading over there.
Oh, I love this place! I always find so many interesting books here.
Of course. I was forgetting that you've been here before. The time we came here 6 months ago. When Susato-san was given the news that she was to return to Japan.
Ah, I understand you wish to speak with me.
Whoa! Oh! Lord Strongheart, I trust you've been keeping well?
Let's see. Since you arrived and requested an audience, it's been 4 hours, 32 minutes, and 26 seconds. I've kept you waiting a while. My apologies.
Oh no, not at all. I like nothing more than standing around staring into space. You probably shouldn't say that in front of me.
Good to know.
Hey, good to know that that doesn't appear to bother him at all.
Hard to tell what could or couldn't bother him. He seems so stalwart.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's fine. Mel Strongheart, Lord Chief Justice of London. He's the man who allowed me to start practicing as a defense lawyer when I arrived in Britain as a student.
Also, really quick, the great departed soul. You knew realize that Susato has departed for Japan, right?
Right.
And she's got to come back eventually.
Exactly. Like, she can't stay there. At least I don't think so, anyway. You need only to savor the air for a moment in this grand office to understand his preeminent status.
As you will be aware, the Great Exhibition of London is now underway at last. We're extremely busy as a result, policing the grounds, guarding the new technologies, dealing with petty crime. And furthermore, as of next month, we shall open the International Forensic Science Symposium, or the IFS for short.
If. Oh, I've not heard about that.
Investigating authorities from 40 countries around the globe will be taking part, including from your own land. Forensic science is the future. The world must embrace it. Well, that's the case because every other stream game following this one has forensic science in some degree.
Yep, they got to.
As for the hosting nation, I have much to do, and it is my highest priority. If others must wait for my attention as a result, so be it.
Well, it's nice to know where I stand.
Yes, in my office.
Yeah, wait.
So, you wish to consult with me? Of course, I can very well imagine what this is about.
Well, thank you for agreeing to this meeting, my lord. I want to be allowed to start working as a defense lawyer again in court. That's what brought me here today. But actually, there's something else playing on my mind as it happens.
Runo, just take a deep breath and come out with it.
I actually came here today to ask for your permission.
Go on.
6 months ago, my right to work in a court as a lawyer was revoked and I was told to spend my time studying. Obviously, I'm very sorry for what happened, but the thing is, it made me understand what it really means to defend somebody under the rules of a foreign justice system. And I desperately wanted to have another go. Please, permit me to enter the courtroom again.
Mr. Naruhodo,
Yes? Here it comes.
I'm sure you haven't forgotten your position here, have you? At best, you are a substitute for your compatriot. This was never your intended role.
Well, that's true. The Japanese government actually sent my best friend on the study tour, not me. It should have been Kazuma. He was so determined to bring change to our own justice system at home. That was his calling.
You're lucky that your best friend's theme is so good. I'll allow to play in my office.
Thank you, sir. If that tragic accident hadn't happened, I wouldn't be here in this office now. Mr. Asugi was my best friend, you see. That's why I can't leave it unfinished. I have to fulfill his calling for him.
His calling, you say? Has it never occurred to you that perhaps you know nothing of his true calling?
Sorry?
The mission with which that young law student was charged. What do you suppose it really was?
What do you mean? Mission? He's not making any sense.
Never mind. I've read all the reports you've submitted over the past 6 months. It's clear to me that you regret your actions and have been studiously obeying your revised instructions.
Do you mean...
As of this moment, I reinstate your license to practice law here in Great Britain. You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
That's wonderful news, Reno.
In fact, I believe I have the perfect case to mark your comeback. A curious affair. You'll consider it, I hope.
Of course. Please, tell me more. Okay. You described it as a curious affair.
Yes, that's right. I believe it was reported in the press. Are you aware that there was a serious accident at the Great Exhibition yesterday?
Oh, no.
Yes, I read about it. A professor from Germany tried to carry out a crazy experiment. Let me see. How's it described? Super high voltage instantaneous kinesis, I think.
Instant transmission? Instantaneous kinesis? As in moving things with a click of the fingers?
That's right. It's just what my herbal blends need. A dash of devil-may-care.
Whatever the serious accident was exactly, it's clearly captured Iris's imagination.
As long as it's not Devil May Cry, we don't need another Capcom license in this game series. It's unfortunate business. A large explosion engulfed the public experimentation stage and a man lost his life. A certain Mr. Odie Osman, an investor and a well-known figure in society.
A large explosion?
A man died?
The man responsible for the experiment was Professor Albert Harebrain. Oh, his last name is Harebrain. That might explain it. He was detained immediately after the incident, and is due to appear in court tomorrow. On the charge of murder, of course.
What? Murder?
If you intend to take on his defense, you should hurry to meet with him at the prison. There is very little time left for you to carry out any kind of investigation.
The Great Exhibition. A scientific experiment gone wrong. And murder?
Murder most foul.
I fell out of my I fell out of my depth before I even started. Ew.
We should go to the prison straight away then, and try to meet with this German professor. Don't you think?
Definitely.
Ah yes. One more thing about the case, because you need more. There's a connection with our mutual acquaintance, the Reaper.
Oh! Lord von Sykes, how?
All sorts of conferences have been taking place around the world to coincide with the Great Exhibition. And next month, the largest and most important of them all will take place at last. The International Forensic Science Symposium.
It does seem as though criminal investigation needs to embrace scientific methods, doesn't it?
Exactly.
Ah!
London, the global epicenter of culture, science and wealth, now has a population exceeding 6 million. Sadly, crime in the capital is growing at a similarly startling rate. So it's imperative that we use the latest scientific methods to investigate and resolve cases as efficiently as possible.
Which is what is known as forensic science, isn't it?
Exactly! The future of policing.
Ah!
If you not do that, you're kind of scary, my friend.
You want me to stop?
Please?
Regrettably, however, Britain is currently dragging its feet when it comes to the adoption of forensic methods.
Oh dear, that's alarming.
Exactly! It's extremely alarming! Ah! If I were Her Majesty's Attorney General, you can be sure the numbers of crimes committed and resolved in London would be very different to the current figures. And I can cite 12 solid arguments and 223 individual reasons to support my claim. I am very well learned, oh my goodness.
Wow. Sorry?
By way of apology for keeping you waiting earlier, I shall detail everyone now.
What?
Oh, how fascinating!
It all began 15 years ago. I was...
Oh dear. This is me spacing out. This will honestly be me in real life as well.
And that more or less sums up my feelings on the matter. In the simplest of terms, of course. Essentially, to formally establish a forensic investigation division within Scotland Yard. That is my mission.
Oh, right. Yes, that's wonderful.
Exactly. Wonderful is precisely what it will be. No one was paying attention, I'm sure, but whatever.
Oh no. Iris isn't paying attention at all. She's got her nose in another book now.
Oh, is it over? Did you learn anything useful?
She drifted off for the most part. He's surprisingly ardent in his forensic science.
Well, let's see.
Oh, okay. Oh boy.
Let me just make sure we're not missing anything. Okay, we need to present the paper to him now.
Oh, that reminds me. Have you seen this?
Yes, it's in your hand. I can see it right now.
No, not that. I mean,
The reports the overwhelming success of the Great Exhibition? Of course.
No, not that. The story on the back page.
What story?
There, this
The
one
Viper
here.
attacked. Ah, that. You've enjoyed some victories in court against my #1 prosecutor, have you not?
Poor Mr. Reaper. What happened to him? He wasn't killed, was he?
Wait, you think we're just gonna swap prosecutors at the freaking end of this game series? No. It doesn't... A-Strain never does that. There's no need for concern, Lord... yeah, never. Especially not in the first one. There's no need for concern. Lord Von Zykes would not be so easily dispatched, I assure you.
Can you tell us what happened? I'd really love to know.
Very well. If it interests you.
It does. Strangely.
Fortunately, Lord Von Zykes emerged from the attack unscathed. Street ruffians are no match for that man. He's a very capable fighter.
Street fighter? But
No.
that's incredible. They were armed with guns. No? Okay. Why was he attacked, though? Do we know?
It's related to events that occurred a month ago. A leader of one of the capital's criminal organizations was indicted and prosecuted by Von Zykes.
Uh-oh.
But the man was acquitted. I have no doubt large sums of money were involved behind the scenes.
Large sums of money?
A deplorable situation. Members of the jury were bribed, it seems. However, despite winning his freedom, the man in question met a dramatic end yesterday.
But you're not suggesting that that was the work of the Reapers, surely?
The victim's henchmen certainly seemed to think so. He was a man by the name of Osman, Mr. Odie Osman.
Oh, wait, yeah.
Oh,
Did you say Osman?
No, I said Aslan. Of course I said Asman.
That's the man who died in the big explosion of the Great Exhibition.
Yes.
What is this?
Known publicly as an investor, but in reality, the head of a significant criminal organization. This is called a harebrained scheme. No, that's that doctor. This is called ridiculous.
It is kind of ridiculous, isn't it? Unbelievable.
Yes, it is also that too.
I wonder, can I ask you something, Lord Strongheart?
You just did, but go on. Try me.
Why do you use Lord Von Zykes as a prosecutor?
What, something funny, Mr. Naruhodo?
Nothing's funny, sir. I'm sorry. All the criminals who manage to get off in the court then meet with the mysterious ends outside the courtroom. And fearful of that fate, they seek to strike at Lord Von Zykes first. I know there's no evidence that he actually is the Reaper in that sense, but still. Something's clearly going on here.
I have Von Zykes work for the prosecution service for two reasons. Firstly, he is quite intimidating. Have you seen that man?
Yeah, it makes me shake.
Firstly, the man is the best prosecutor in the capital, bar none. And secondly, any deaths of criminals that have occurred outside the courtroom following his trials are nothing to do with him.
But that doesn't make any sense. How can you explain the way so many have died if not by someone's hand?
That's the funny thing. No one can.
Oh.
Von Zykes may have earned himself the moniker of the Reaper, but he is no killer. So he will continue to prosecute on behalf of the Crown.
He'll beat your butt something.
Unless he wishes otherwise, of course. He doesn't kill people, but he'll kill you in court.
Yeah, you be sure of that.
He'll kill his wine bottle, that's for sure. Well, I must be leaving for my next engagement. I'm already 11 hours and 16 minutes late. My colleagues may be starting to fidget.
How are you that late? 11 hours late? That's quite something.
Indeed. That meeting has already started when I arrived back here for this engagement with you. So lateness was inevitable. Time stops for no man. Only a bisexual vampire.
Oh yeah, him. Ugh. I'm sure it stopped for me during those 12 solid arguments and 223 reasons. Oh yes. Where would I find Lord Von Zykes now?
Why? I would assume he's at his office.
Alright, I'll go ask him about the attack in person. I want to get this straight from the horse's mouth.
Yes, I'm sure he'll want to talk to a Japanese person. Away with you now. I'm leaving Professor Hairbrain's defense entirely in your hands.
Of course, yes. Thank you very much, my lord. Oh, I thought Iris was gonna have an input for that.
Nope.
Guess not.
The little comments from the characters at certain areas. She'll just strip the clock apart. The giant one in his office.
I don't know if you want to do that.
Looks like we're gonna go visit our best friend forever.
Best buddy.
Ooh, so this is the legendary Reaper's office.
Yes, it appears so.
It sends a chill down your spine, doesn't it? What an amazingly deathly atmosphere.
Oh, is that... That hooded figure was so still, I hadn't noticed his or her presence. I wonder who it is.
What are you doing here? You know I don't like Japanese people. Or children.
I'm no child.
No, but Iris
Oh,
is.
wait, you mean... Oh, that's what you meant. Yeah. He's as unwelcoming as I thought he'd be. Actually, maybe even more so. Oh, I'm glad to see you're well.
Are you? Well, I am. Well, that's that then. You know the door's
Yeah.
at. Don't let it hit your butt on the way out.
So, who's the person over by the wall being punished for something or other?
No punishment is taking place here.
Oh.
That's my apprentice, Darth Vader. And he's sitting there of his own
that's
free
cool.
will. Actually, it's probably closer to Darth Maul, honestly.
I mean, that's equally as cool, though. I didn't know you had an apprentice. That must be the same person who was pictured in the newspaper.
He's very able in combat. A requisite skill for anyone under my tutelage.
Are you referring to the tech on the Reaper that was reported in the papers?
Why are you so far away from your microphone?
Wait, am I? Wait, hold on, let me move.
You sounded kind of quiet there.
How's that?
That's better.
Is that closer? Okay.
The Reaper. I'd be interested to know the Reaper's true identity myself. Assuming, that is, such a fabled fiend genuinely inhabits our great courtrooms.
Oh, what are you talking about? Don't you know that you're the Reaper of the Bailey?
Pretty sure I'd know.
Oh, okay. Lord Strongheart said that the assault last night was some sort of revenge attack?
True. Carried out by the henchmen of Ode Asmon's criminal organization. The investigation meant their arrests were imminent. Presumably some hoped to kill me before that happened.
Odie Asmon.
I'm trying to figure out if his name just means "oh, die as man," but like, I don't know.
He has always
yeah, I'm not
masqueraded as
sure
one of
either.
London's most powerful financiers, a global investor. But his enormous wealth came to him by underhand means, via his criminal activities.
And he used that money to buy himself a verdict of not guilty when he found himself in court, didn't he? Being prosecuted by you, Mr. Reaper.
Can everyone stop calling me that? But the man God's comeuppance in the end. Yesterday, in fact, in extraordinary circumstances, it was a most unusual case of death. Or cause, not case.
I know about that. It was super high voltage, instantaneous kinesis gone wrong. And Mr. Osmond died when the demonstration on the public experimentation stage ended in an enormous explosion.
Correct. And you think I have some kind of divine ability to cause an accident like that to happen, do you?
Well, no, that does seem a little far-fetched.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe? I don't know. If this man really is the fabled Reaper, then he has to be innocent of this particular death at least.
It's strange how this has worked out, isn't it, Runo? I mean, what with you taking on the professor's defense for the trial tomorrow?
Oh, wonderful! You again? Aren't you banned or something?
Oh, yes, that's right. Though I barely know the man's name yet, to be honest.
Albert. Albert Hairbrain.
That's right. Do you know him by any chance?
Don't anymore, he's dead.
Oh,
Of course. He's a contemporary of mine. We were at university together.
you're...
What?
I understand that Professor Hairbrain was from Germany, though.
What, do you think I'm not from Germany?
No,
Hairbrain's from a respectable British family.
I
After
thought you were from
graduating...
British.
Huh?
I thought you were from British.
From British! That's it, get out of here.
Oh, sorry.
After graduating from the University of London, he moved to Germany to carry out research, that's all.
So you were students together.
I was in the Faculty of Law, of course, and he in Science, so our paths rarely crossed. But curiously, we got along, though I've not met him since my university days. I certainly didn't expect our next encounter to take this form. And with you of all people representing him.
Ugh. Well, only if I make it out of this office alive.
You might not! There are two people with
Shoot.
swords who don't like you in here.
We should go. He's actually been charged with murder, it seems.
Yes, I know. Because the prosecution will be handled by me.
But you?
Duh!
Shocker. But you make it sound as if you and the professor has been friends.
Justice does not consider friendship, my friend.
Oh, okay.
We are friends, it's true.
Then why would you do this?
If Reaper's a prosecutor, there's nothing anyone can do to save him. He's doomed.
What's Lord Van Sykes thinking?
It just went in the head. Baby shark doo 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 doo. Like,
I don't think we want to know what he's thinking.
Like, he's probably thinking of something dark or heinous.
it's like him just frolicking through a flower field.
Ah, this is lovely. What do you mean by what you said before? If you like to know the Reaper's true identity, does that mean...
I'm a crown prosecutor and a mortal like any other. I'm no demigod.
But they've all died, haven't they? The people you prosecute, I mean.
Well, no, not all of them.
Whether or not the trial ended in conviction or acquittal.
Those I prosecute are the vilest wretches of our society. People who without question deserve to be found guilty. The world is a better place without them.
But... that's not true of Mr. Natsume, for example. He wasn't a foul wretch at all.
No, but it was a
Just
mess.
nervous. Oh, well yeah, he is.
Nor was Jenny. In fact, she's ever so hardworking now.
I can't deny that since I encountered you, things have taken a turn. But the point is this. If any of those vile wretches that escaped justice subsequently died in mysterious circumstances, it was at the hand of their own kind. It's not my work.
Lord Strongheart said the same. He believes you're not involved in any way.
But you were attacked by those ruffians because they believe it's true.
The fact is, since people started to call me the Reaper of the Bailey, the number of serious crimes in the capital has dropped substantially.
Oh!
It would appear that even the most hardened criminals can be made fearful in their lives. I guess I have something of a Batman effect on them.
Are you British Batman?
I'm not that rich, come on now.
No, okay, darn. Do you mean to say...
I mean to say that my pseudonym serves a useful purpose. I adopt it gladly, and with honor.
But it's putting you in danger. You could be killed.
I'm alive, aren't I?
I mean, I guess so, but sheesh.
If that is my fate, let God decide.
Oh, that's so awesome. Thanks.
Alright, let's show him today's paper.
Look, you're in the paper.
Oh, wonderful.
About the article in this paper.
Ah, yes. It seems there was a report nearby when that little skirmish took place. I had no idea I'd been photographed. It was careless of me. Now everyone knows I wear a top hat.
I mean, it's a cool top hat.
You're right.
It looks as though it's taken out to the people who attacked you or run away, though.
Rest assured, the police have already apprehended every last one of them.
But there's someone else fighting alongside you, it seems. It's Darth Maul. I think it's the same man who's sitting over there as we speak, isn't it?
And as I mentioned already, he's my apprentice.
Perhaps you could tell us a little more about him?
Perhaps you could stop asking questions already.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, the dialogue box appeared!
Darn it!
He's in my tutelage to become a prosecutor. So you could say he's my apprentice, I suppose.
Ah, like you are to Hurley then, Runo.
I don't remember taking an apprenticeship with a great detective. If anything, I'd probably be Cosmo's apprentice.
Well, how to be an apprentice to someone who's dead? He's currently compiling a report about last night's attack.
Man, you didn't have to bring that up.
Well, someone has to.
It looks like he's wearing some kind of mask?
On Lord Strongheart's orders. Nobody knows the man's face, or indeed his identity.
Why would you agree to take on such a clearly suspicious individual?
Lord Strongheart's orders again. He's not one for meaningless follies. There will be a good reason for his actions.
I hope you're right.
He looks so cool with that mask.
I know. I like mask figures like that.
The task is complete. Good. In that case, you can collate all the briefs.
Nice to meet you?
Hey, hold on. Are those bats?
Whoa, you
Maybe
got
I am
bats in here.
Batman. Never mind.
Yeah, I knew it. The power of my deduction skills rang true. That was really strange, though. I never met him before. I didn't even know he existed. And yet, somehow it didn't feel like our first encounter.
He's probably just been in the shadows in the prosecutor's wing ever since I've been up.
Oh, I mean, that could be true.
Don't bother trying to converse with him. He says nothing to anybody from outside this office. Lord Strongheart has strictly forbidden it.
Oh, I see.
Why are you so interested in my apprentice anyway? What, am I not good enough for you?
No, of course you are. You're always good, baby. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. The way he stood there so casually, yet with that flawless posture. It couldn't be. Couldn't be what?
I don't know.
I don't. Renosuke, elaborate maybe?
Ah, yes.
Dang.
There's something I've been meaning to ask you.
Oh, what's that?
Why you have to be Japanese? I mean,
That's what else?
that Nipponese man. Is he faring well? Has he died yet?
Yeah, sorry.
The one arrested twice in succession 6 months ago. With the stoop, and the mustache, and the jitters.
Ah, Mr. Natsume, you mean?
I'm not sure he'd be very pleased to find out you identify him from that list, Runo.
I mean, he's fine, thank you. In fact, I received a letter from him by international post only the other day.
I see. Well, I think we can end our discussion there, don't you? There's little time left before tomorrow's trial. I advise you to spend investigating the case. It'd be a shame if I beat you so easily tomorrow.
Ah, dang it. Yes, thank you for the advice. And for the conversation. I can't believe he's asking after Sosuke-san. After a Nepalese? I'm not sure whether to feel happy about that or worried. Like, oh, so he's still alive. I'll change that.
Guess the Reaper didn't get to him.
I never imagined that Mr. Reaper would be friends with a mad scientist, did you? That's a term for the books.
A mad scientist? Ah, you mean Professor Hairbrain. Yes, it might be worth quizzing the professor about his relationship with Lord Van Sykes, I think.
Alright. Time to go to prison.
Oh, damn. I just got out. Oh. He doesn't look too good in that corner. The warden said cell 11. This is the one.
Oh, there's someone curled up in a ball in the back corner, look.
What's his name again? Professor Albert Hairbrain, wasn't it? Oh, excuse me, Professor Hairbrain.
Oh. Who are you?
I'm Ryunosuke not
A lawyer!
Okay. Was it something I said?
Ah, a lawyer, you say? Would you be here about the experiment? Are you going to defend my hypothesis? Oh, great. Another jittery loud man.
Dang. Got another Sosuke. Your hypothesis...
Yesterday's demonstration! That demonstration was... The magnificent demonstration was... It was an out-and-out success by anyone's calculations! But despite that, no one listens! No lawyer believes in the science! When it's explained, they all leave at high velocity! Oh...
Now it's probably a good time to mention that your zeal made my concentration leap for a while too.
Congrats, you get to talk to this guy.
Great. Alright.
Let's see.
Let's see what he's about then, I suppose. You mentioned the demonstration yesterday.
The papers have called it a spectacular failure. After all, a man died in the explosion, didn't he? Arrgh! Yes, you could interpret the results that way if you really wanted to. I don't think there's any other way to interpret them.
Didn't it happen?
Well, I suppose in the strictest sense, the experiment was a failure, but at the same time, it was a great success. It acts as a good murder machine.
You lost me.
I saw it with my own eyes! Right there in front of me! Mr. Esman was spontaneously disassembled! Until then, everything was going exactly as my calculations had predicted. At that point, he should have been beamed to the Crystal Tower by instantaneous kinesis.
What happened?
Well...
The machine exploded and Mr. Osmond in fact perished.
Yes, I can't deny that part of the experiment was a failure.
So what you're really saying is, a large explosion that killed Mr. Osmond was an accident, correct?
But the bigwig said he rests on suspicion of murder.
Oh dear.
I was responsible for a man's death. That is the immutable truth here. And for that, I wish to be punished. At once! Get the whipping, lady. But...
Sorry, in here.
Murder? Never in a million years. It was an accident. Simply an accident.
I see. So you want us to prove that it's an accident, but not actually intent.
Yes. Her and I were talking this morning, you know. He said the situation would change completely depending on whether it was treated as an accident or murder.
Sorry about that. How exactly?
Well, if it really was an accident, then the professor's machine would be kept in protective custody.
On what grounds?
Ah, yes, it's newly established here in Britain, the Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act, or the Maybe we should stop abbreviating everything.
That one passed by me. That one passed me by.
If the case is treated as murder, then they'll say my machine was a murder weapon, and they'll be able to pour over it as much as they like! Yeah, they examine in detail, they'll find out how it's made, and then they'll be able to copy my idea! My precious hypothesis will be stolen! The machine must be protected from that at all costs! That's why it's imperative this whole incident is shown to have been an accident in tomorrow's trial!
Ah, I see now.
This man is very exhausting.
Yeah, he sounds like he is. So in short, there was a terrible accident at the Great Exhibition Showground yesterday.
Yes! Or rather, no! The devil is in the details, and also in the prosecution side. Strictly speaking, there was a terrible explosion.
I mean, he's got a point. Sounds the same to me.
You were demonstrating super high voltage instantaneous kinesis, weren't you? How fascinating! Why is it so long? It's such a long name. Humans, like all matter, are made of particles that are held together by electrical bonds. So it must be possible using sufficiently high voltage to break those bonds and beam the particles through space. That's in a nutshell. That's my idea, you see? That's my amazing hypothesis.
Gosh, that's unimaginably... Wait, what was it? Unimaginably high-level science.
I pressed the wrong button. Oh, but dare to imagine it! Dare to dream of such incredible technology! Just think! One moment I could be here in the cell, and the next, I could be at the Great Exhibition again! Not in my cell!
Yeah, well, yes, that would be incredible.
And the next, in the mere blink of an eye, I could be at a Great Partition Theater, say! The possibilities are endless! The whole of our vast planet would be within reach!
So no more hiding wardrobes on rocky seas for 50 days.
I don't really see it like that.
What do you mean, Iris?
Well, if you could travel anywhere in the world instantly, the planet wouldn't really seem vast anymore, would it? I think it would feel like it had shrunk. My word! That's exactly right! What are the implications? What does this mean? Oops, that's got Professor Bunny Brain really worried by the look of it. Get it? Hair brain? Bunny brain?
Oh.
Ha!
Clearly, this is yet another case of just because you can doesn't mean you should, I suppose.
The point is, my calculations are flawless. The science works. But without a practical demonstration, it means nothing. And that's always a fly in the ointment. The what? Because practical demonstrations cost a lot of money. Money young scientists like you don't have. That's exactly it, yes. Hurley's always complaining about it. He says the government should invest more in science. Well, anyway, I bumped into him at the right time. I met the well-known investor, Mr. Asman.
The victim who died in yesterday's terrible accident, you mean? The victim. See, I understand Lord Von Sykes as a friend of yours from your university days.
Yes, that's right. He was studying law whilst I was studying science.
What was he like back then?
Tall, dark, and scary? Actually, tall,
so
pale,
that's
and
it.
scary. A good question. Unassuming, gentlemanly, an all-around nice fellow, really.
Sorry, I think you misheard me. I'm talking about the cold-hearted, merciless prosecutor, Barak von Zykes. What was he like when he was at university?
Talk about leading questioner now. As I said, an unassuming and extremely pleasant gentleman. After all, he is the little darling of the von Zykes family, with all its great aristocratic origins. I didn't realize he had quite such noble blood.
Little darling?
It was a bit of a shock when I came back to Britain and learned what he'd become. The Reaper of the Bailey, no less.
Yes, that's right.
I did hear, though, that there were a very big event in his life that completely changed him after graduation.
Really? What sort of event?
His parents died in an alleyway and he became rich and, well, you know the story from there. Ah!
Oh.
I'm sorry, but I don't know any more. I was in the country at the time. I was in Germany already.
Oh. Yes, of course. He's heard all about the Reaper. I really don't have the heart to tell him that Lord von Zykes will be the prosecutor in the court tomorrow. Hoo boy. The full name of the man who died in yesterday's accident was Odie Osman, right? Oh, wasn't it? What exactly was your relationship with the man?
He first visited my laboratory in Germany a year ago now. He said he wanted to invest in my immaculate hypothesis. I thanked my lucky stars.
I see. So you hadn't really known each other until then.
Money for scientific research. I'm so envious. As far as I was concerned, the man was an angel.
Oh, really?
An archangel, even. He was prepared to fund a practical demonstration of my hypothesis for presentation at the Great Exhibition. And if that went well, I could expect additional financial support for my research to the British government. Mr. Asman provided me with money and an exceptional engineer. He produced a machine to my precise specifications. But then, your dreams were blown to dust in one enormous explosion. As you can see, I owed everything to Mr. Asman. I would never, ever have thought about taking the man's life.
Well, he seems genuine enough. I don't think he's lying. So, Professor, let me just make absolutely sure I've understood you properly. The huge explosion that occurred yesterday, that was an accident, you were saying. You had no intent to harm the victim, who was in fact the sole investor in your work. Is that correct?
As correct as 2 squared is 4. I swear it. Yes, it's true the man perished in the machine of my invention. So I know that I'm far from blameless in all this, but still, I would never use my discoveries, my inventions to take a person's life, not in a centillion years. That's a long time. I'm a man of science, it's all I know. You have to believe me, please. Do you believe me? Do you believe my hypothesis? Science is the pursuit of truth, you know. I've always believed that, all my life.
I'm afraid I don't know much about science, or your theories. But I do believe you, and I'll fight to prove your innocence with all my might. I'm a man of the law, that's all I know. You got to believe me, please. But
when I went to live in Germany after I graduated, I learned something very important. Nationality, class, lineage, none of that matters. As long as you try your hardest, you can achieve anything.
thank you for that, Professor.
And thank you in advance for defending me tomorrow in court. Alright, Reno. It's time. Time to visit the Great Exhibition.
Sorry?
You said we'd go.
Oh,
Oh, well, so
Please
that's where
protect
the
me.
incident happened, isn't it?
Yes, I suppose that's true. Time to investigate at last.
Alright.
He seemed like he'd make a pretty good scientist to help Sholmes out. Probably, I don't know. The showgrounds are a little too big for my liking. We've been walking around in dense crowds for 2 hours now. I felt myself swooning 3 times.
There are a lot of people, aren't there? I've almost been trodden on 3 times, too.
Ouch. Be careful, won't you, Iris? Don't let go of my hand.
What is that?
What is that?
I don't know.
That looks... I almost thought that might have been like some type of heart, but that probably isn't. Maybe it's part of a clock? No. We finally made it through the throngs. What the... Oh, we finally made it through the throngs, though, by the look of it. Here we are underneath the public experimentation stage where the explosion happened yesterday. What? What's that? I can hear voices from on the stage. It sounds like an argument.
Right, I've had you this time. I'll warn you, I'll arrest you in a minute.
Oh yeah? Go on then, Inspector, give it a shot. You ain't got no evidence and you know it.
Wait, I know those voices.
You got a cheeky little mouth there, young lady. But a night in the cells you just have manners.
Just try it, I dare you. If you want that big old chips, if you want that bag of chips rammed down your throat.
You were gonna say something else, weren't you?
I might have been.
She might have.
Yoo-hoo, Grexy! What are you doing up there?
Ah! Ah! It's you! Here! You're here! Here you are! You! Here! Your ladyship! How are you, your ladyship? I do hope you're well, your ladyship.
Does that make her 3 times a lady?
I'm not well at all. It's far too busy everywhere. Can you arrest everyone? I wanted to ride in a balloon, but there was a 3-hour queue.
Unbelievable! I'll go and have a word for you at once, your ladyship. You'll be flying as high as a kite in no time once I pull some strings for you. Oh, Gregson.
Tobias Gregson, an inspector of Scotland Yard. Socially inept. Until recently he was suspended from duty, but it appears he's back in action now. He's actually quite well known, appearing as he does in The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. And for that reason, you can't say a word wrong to the story's author, Iris. But there are limits, surely. Or there should be.
Watch it, sunshine!
Sorry.
What gives then? Don't tell me on this case.
Yes, I'm acting for the defense.
Weren't you banned?
I was, but I'm not now.
So we're here to investigate.
Dear me. That's the situation, is it?
Is it really that troubling?
Amazing fight, Bob. Is that all you got? You're a lawyer, ain't you? You could stand to carry a bit more copper around your pockets, Mr. Nada Otto.
What? Hey! That's my last bit of spending money, that is.
You can have it back, but I'll have to charge you for all the bother. 3 bob.
What kind of? This is Gina Lestrade, a pickpocket or diver, born and bred in the East End of London. And the case that led to my own suspicion 6 months ago. This is the young girl I was defending in court.
What's your problem, man, Otto? Diver? Pickpocket? What's with all the name calling? You want a bag of chips running down your throat? Do you?
I thought you were proud to be a diver, Gina. You were just arguing with Inspector Gregson about it, weren't you? I seen you've been up to your usual tricks here at the showground.
That ain't no way to talk to a lady, Otto. Half a year's a long time. People can change. I'm an apprentice now. Learn to be a Scotland Yard detective. So she's an apprentice. There's an apprentice to Von Zykes. We're an unofficial apprentice to Herlock Sholmes.
Huh.
So you have to call me what everyone else does. It's Inspector Lestrade now.
Inspector? That badge is homemade, surely.
The inspector part isn't entirely accurate. No one calls her that. For what it's worth, anyway. Investigating is off the cards for all of us.
What's that supposed to mean?
Right, well, I'll be back up top. You hold the fort down here, alright?
Right, sir.
This raises a lot of questions. Gina! Man, it's been don'ts here since we first saw you.
Well, let's look at the weird thing over here.
What is that?
Ah, it looks as though somebody dropped something behind the tree just here.
Dropped or hid? What is this? Some part of a machine explode? Oh.
You know what that looks like?
Okay. What is that?
It looks kind of like a crossbow. Or like
Kinda,
a proto crossbow. I don't know, like...
it
yeah.
kind of does, though, because you could put the bolt right there in the middle.
Yeah, and there's
then
like a
maybe pull
lever...
that latch.
Huh.
Yeah.
Maybe. It could have fallen from the platform above the blast, perhaps. What's going on here?
Oh! Nothing. I think I'll hang on to this just in case.
Let's see. And there's a piece of green cloth we should look at. Oh look! What's this? A ripped piece of cloth?
It's not like any fabric I've ever seen before. It's very thick and stiff. It looks extremely durable.
It's canvas, I think, with some sort of rubber backing. And the edges appear to be a bit charred as well.
Maybe that means it has something to do with the explosion?
Let's make a note of it while Ginny's mid-yawn.
That's fast.
Oh wait, what was... We need to examine this.
Oh yeah, the broken thing up there. The Crystal Tower. It's certainly an apt name. It was built to be the focal point of the exhibition, and it definitely is, being so tall and with all that glass. I can't imagine a building like this ever being created in Japan.
There are lots of exhibits inside the tower as well, apparently. Of course, there's an observation deck, but there's also an art gallery, a zoo, and a museum. But I heard you have to queue for 3 hours just to get through the doors.
Well, at the moment, the shattered glass from the failed experiment may well be the biggest draw.
And thanks to that accident, the whole tower is shut.
Suddenly, it's not the Crystal Tower anymore. It's a crystal glass shower.
Apparently, everyone's taken to the skies now to look down the disaster area from above instead. But there's a 3-hour queue to go up in a balloon now.
Londoners must be very patient people.
Let's see.
Anything else up there?
Alright, we need to talk to Gina.
Gina! How's it going, girl? It was 8 months ago now that I first encountered Gina in connection with a case I was working on. At the time, she was living in the East End with a group of other orphans. She helped all of them survive by pickpocketing but then she got embroiled in a murder.
I had a lot of time to think in prison. I realized I couldn't go on like I was. The diving wasn't working out. Oh, I'm so pleased to hear it, Jenny. Well done.
So, you went from being a pickpocket to a detective?
You got it. Good, innit? Inspector Lestrade. Sounds like something out of a book, huh?
That's because it is.
It is.
Yep. So in the Sherlock Holmes novels, Inspector Lestrade is a thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, now that makes sense. Talk about a sea change.
And then there's Iris's old man to think about.
Iris' father, you mean?
Yeah, I promised her, didn't I? I said I'd get all the police forces around the world to pull out all the stops looking for him.
Just a small promise then. Nothing serious.
Oh, Jenny, you're so sweet. So anyway, that's how I came and... That's how come out to go to the test for Scotland Yard. Only trouble is, I don't read so well, do I?
Just a small problem. Nothing serious.
And that's when Hurley approached Gregson and asked for help. So the inspector said he'd take full responsibility for Ginny and made her a sort of apprentice.
That was very... what's it?
Magnanimous.
Oh, magnanimous. Thanks. Gee whiz. Of Inspector Gregson. And brave.
Well, you know Hurley. He enjoys finding ways to make people do what he wants.
A great detective like digging for dirt, in other words.
So, the long and short of it is, if you got questions about the case, you can ask Inspector Lestrade.
Right then, Inspector. Actually, there's still a big mystery surrounding Gina, isn't there?
Oh, what, Reno, what?
Well, 6 months ago, Gina was the defendant of a trial prosecuted by the Reaper.
So why is she still alive?
Yeah. A trial in which she was found not guilty, and yet she is still... here she is still.
Come on. You're not selling about that, are you? The Legend of the Reaper or whatever it's called? Cool. You don't have worry, Otto?
If I didn't have worry, there probably wouldn't be a whole lot of you left.
Ha ha ha, fractions. It's like I told you before, innit? The Reaper's kinda like him upstairs. So he knows what I'm like on the inside. That ain't really done nothing wrong.
Nothing wrong might be stretching a point.
What about Mr. Natsume in Japan? He's perfectly fine, isn't he?
Well, that's true. Perhaps the Reaper is more discerning than I thought.
Exactly. So I ain't worried. I'm totally fine. Cool. It was out of this world, it was. The brainy bloke pulled a bunch of levers on his machine and suddenly started billowing smoke. Then it just went pop. I ain't seen a better experimenter yet.
Sorry?
You mean you saw it, Ginny? With your own eyes? Yeah, of course. The boss is in charge here, ain't he? Of keeping everything running smooth, I mean.
The boss being Inspector Gregson, I suppose. That's going to take some getting used to.
So all I have to say is I'm on duty, and I can do whatever I want to. Get this, I was up in one of them flying balloons when it happened, watching it from above. No, you're so lucky, Ginny. Maybe I should join Scotland Yard too.
Well, you probably could.
Yeah, with how smart you are. Sheesh.
Yeah, do it. You know how to put the boss in his place already, right, Iris? You'd have no trouble at all. Then it's settled. When do I start?
No, you can't join Scotland Yard, Iris.
We'll see. Anyway, what I don't understand is this. If the machine exploded so spectacularly, how can Professor Bunnybrain still be claiming that his experiment was a success? Oh, right. Well, it was a success, in a way.
It was? How could it have been?
Wait, we don't know where he died.
Oh.
Huh. Did he really get transported and then die where he was transported?
Maybe not all of his parts assembled true.
Oof.
That's scary to think about. Surely after the whole machine blew up, no one could call the experiment a success.
It's like I said, it did sort of work. I mean, yeah, there was a lot of smoke and that whopping great bang. But where do you think they found the victim's body, huh? In the crystal tower over there.
What? In the tower?
You can see for yourself, can't you? Up there above the scaffold. Oh.
Oh. Oh.
Whoops. Were all the glasses broken, you mean? Yeah, the cage what the victim got in to start with really did get beamed through the air or whatever and landed all the way over there. So, you see, it did kind of work, didn't it?
What? I don't believe it.
I mean, I don't get the ins and outs of it, but anything's possible, right? With science. Oh, I tell you what, you can have this. It's a plan of the experiment they drew up at the yard.
Are you sure?
Yeah, go on. I threw a bulb off you before, so fair is fair.
Yes, I didn't actually give that to you, did I? Okay, so now we got the plans then, just like that.
Yep.
Or, huh. Okay. Something Inspector Gregson said before seemed a little strange.
Oh, he says strange things all the time.
What's worth anyway? Investigating's out the cards for all of us.
Yes, naughty old Gregsy ran off after that without explaining himself. Oh, right. That. The boss said no one's allowed to investigate that weird machine what blew up yesterday. Well, that's not fair. We're representing the defendant.
In that case, could you at least tell us what you learned from your investigation?
Nah, you're not getting it. We ain't allowed to investigate neither.
But why?
What the boss call him again? The Forensic Investigation Team, I think. Or the FIT for short. Why are we still abbreviating things again? Anyway,
I don't know.
apart from them lot, no one's out to lay a finger on the scene. Bit funny, innit?
So even Scotland Yard's own detectives can't investigate. Yes, I've never heard of something like that before.
I thought I could have a gander on the quiet though, but the boss caught me at it. You probably heard him giving me an earful about before from down here, didn't you? It's not bleeding fair.
I think you're giving him as much as the earful back as I remember it.
Yeah, well, sometimes I think it's all them chips what make him so stubborn.
He does eat chips a lot.
You say something to him, Otto. Go on, see if you can get through to him.
He's up on the platform above us, is he? Where's the machine that exploded? Oh, where the machine exploded is.
We can try, can't we, Bruno? Gregsy listened to us.
Well, he'll listen to you.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, you have more influence over that than we do.
Let's see. There we go.
These stairs obviously lead to the stage above. We should go up there and investigate the exact spot where the experiment was being conducted.
Huh.
So that's it, is it? The machine that blew up.
Oh, it must have been a magnificent explosion. And I've seen my fair share.
You've seen things like this before, you mean?
Of course. Hurley's always doing experiments that end in a bang. In fact, in his own words, explosions are the very essence of chemistry.
That might explain the smell of burning that frequently comes wafting up from the wafting up the stairs.
One time, he made something explode with such force, it took the roof off the building. I wish you'd been to see it, Bruno.
It's hard to get too excited about that, given that I now live in the roof. Oof.
Well, anyway, that's enough about that. It's time to investigate.
Ah, look, Inspector Gregson is over there. Seems to be deep in thought about something, whilst eyeing up the machine carefully.
Really? He just looks confused to me.
Same thing.
Yeah. Earth itself apart magnificently, didn't it?
Magnificently. And mercilessly.
So someone stands in the middle of the machine to be disassembled and then beamed through the air.
Yes, beamed, not blasted. That's the point.
Yes, that part's crucial, really. Is something like that even possible, though, Ayers?
Oh, Bruno, I'm just a child. How should I know? Tee-hee.
A child when it suits you, you mean?
From what I can tell, I think if we were to pull this lever here— STOP!
Don't touch that!
That was practically instantaneous kinesis the way you flew over here just now, Gregsy.
Please, your ladyship. I didn't mean to startle you, but I can't let you touch anything up here.
So sorry. You know some of my latest special blend to make up for it.
Wonderful. This stuff really is wonderful.
It's just like old times, this is. We're representing Professor Hairbrain in court tomorrow, Inspector. So we should be allowed to examine the scene.
Ha! Listen, Sunshine, I'm not even allowed to touch anything up here. It's that blasted Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act to blame. It's driving me potty!
Oh yes, that special dispensation. The professor mentioned that too.
More red tape's all we need. I don't know what the government thinks it's playing it sometimes.
But we're allowed to just look, aren't we? Surely that's alright, isn't it, Gregsy?
Of course, your ladyship. Anything you say, your ladyship. But please don't get your dainty hands dirty, will you?
Don't worry. We wouldn't dream of touching anything, would we, Bruno? Wink.
She really knows how to get what she wants. Sounds like bird.
Let's see. Alright, let's look at the machine again and get something.
Considering how badly damaged everything is, Professor Hairbrain was lucky to escape unscathed, I'd say. We should have a good look around the machine while we can, I think.
Touch anything, I'll make sure I kill you before I get strung up myself, you hear?
I won't touch a thing, I promise. So please, spare a thought for your digestion. Anyway, do you really think this machine could actually disassemble people like the professor claims?
Yes, looking totally incredulous. Give it a rest, Sunshine. If we were allowed to examine all this bleeding scrap metal, maybe we could answer that question. But we can't, can we?
Because of the annoying rules, you mean?
Exactly! The annoying, obstructive, flamin' rules!
Oh, look at the base of the machine there.
Oh yes, there's a tool of some kind poking through the wire mesh.
It's a screwdriver, I think.
Oh, isn't it a lovely one? The handle's the shape of the capital letter A.
Is it? Oh yes, you're right.
What's the matter with you? Don't touch anything, I said! Touch anything, I'll make sure I kill you before I get strung up myself, I said!
Yes, I understand, sorry. Only touched a teeny weeny bit.
But Gregsy, I'm very curious about this screwdriver. Really very, very curious.
Of course, your ladyship. You're so clever, your ladyship. Fancy spotting something like this. But I'm afraid I can't let you have it.
But Bruno found it first.
I assure you, I'll investigate it thoroughly.
He's gone off with it.
That was very mean. I'm afraid. Inspector Gregson's gonna make a very clumsy, embarrassing mistake in next month's installment now.
Poor Grexy. Oh boy.
Alright, now that we got him out of here.
Great. I guess we can touch stuff now. Oh, never mind. He came back. Whoops. Using high voltage directly to somehow disassemble a man's body, and then beam him across to the Crystal Tower. It's an extraordinary thing to attempt, especially in public.
True, it was by far the most unusual experiments planned for this exhibition, mind.
To be honest, I'm a bit surprised it was allowed. Carrying out something so dangerous with so many spectators present, I mean.
The government's doing everything it can to promote new science and technology at the moment. They're more worried about being ahead of the game than not spot public safety infringements. They can be the first to develop some new technology, make spread more powerful in the future, you see.
Yes, I suppose that's true, in a way.
So the powers that be are placing a heavy emphasis on scientists' rights at the moment.
What sort of rights? Frigging...
They make it so that any theories that brains have remain their legal property, as it were. Right through developing it to the practical idea and going into production. Which is the infuriating reason us coppers aren't allowed to touch the crime scene. Because the new highfalutin Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act forbids it. Why don't we just call it something shorter?
I don't know. People like to sound smart, I guess. Nah, I see now.
The only people with permission to investigate here for some brand new department at the yard. The Forensic Investigation Team, it's called. We've been relegated to keeping guard.
The Forensic Investigation Team?
They're having a real fit right now. Any old fool can see this heap of scrap metal was a sham to begin with. Just because it has scientific equipment on the paperwork, we can't do a flaming thing with it.
Gee whiz.
Poor Gregsy. He's very head up, isn't he?
Remind me again, what's this new legal act that means we're not allowed to touch the scene here?
Are you at me at it, Sunshine? It's a special dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act.
Yes. I think Hurley mentioned it recently, with a real twinkle in his eye as I remember.
I'm sure he did, your ladyship, I'm sure he did. Perhaps especially for this great exhibition it was. All senators present their ideas, or inventions, to some suits in the civil service, and it gets rubber stamped that it guarantees rights to maintain the invention's confidentiality.
What does that really mean?
Think about it. Think of all the world-changing new inventions on display every day this exhibition. Although a good half of them are a load of cobblers, if you ask me, put forward by shammers like yourself.
Thanks for that.
Oh, I love how absurd some inventions here are. It's all so fun.
It might be fun to you, but remember the force is to be present at every single demonstration. Can you imagine, huh? Hang science, that's what I say.
Oh, I don't think so. That sounds like my dream job.
Honestly, it does.
You'd soon think otherwise to spend a day guarding all these shammers' bogus contraptions.
But if they're all bogus, how can anyone hope to demonstrate them? There'd be no point.
Yeah, well... there is a point, sadly.
Sorry?
Thanks to none of our government's bright ideas. If any theory invention is deemed to show potential, the government hands out a research grant.
Oh. Wait. Research? What the heck was that? That's weird. The scientists get funding.
You okay over there?
I just heard something go...
Or something a little higher pitch in the background.
Kinda creepy.
I'm sure it's nothing. Exactly, and that's what they're all after. All these shammers coming from far and wide to clog up Hyde Park. And who has to keep them all safe, eh? Who has to smile politely and welcome them? Us coppers, that's who. So you can see why I say it now, can't you? Hang science! Hang it!
Maybe I can see your point.
Apparently, Professor Harebrine lives and works in Germany now conducting his research.
That's right. Came back to Britain especially for the Great Exhibition, as I understand it. Probably after one of the government's research grants.
Actually, we learned something else about the professor earlier today. About his time in further education. It turns out he was at a university with someone we both know. Lord von Zykes.
Oh, what's that? That's news to me. But if Van Zykes made the prosecution, then as the accused, the professor's fate is...
Sealed? Because the Reaper will get him one way or another?
Blimey. That man's beyond me. I don't know what goes on that head of his. Talking of Von Zykes, this morning's paper ran the story of him being attacked. Read that?
Oh yes, but Mr. Reaper is completely fine. Nothing to worry about.
I wouldn't say completely. Yes, right. Glad to hear it. Still, the Reaper, huh? How long's that business gonna keep up, I wonder?
The victim of this case, the investigator, Mr. Osmond. He was another of the Reaper's victims. Or so I heard.
Lord Bark von Zykes is a top-class prosecutor. But even he can't always push the right verdict through. Sometimes justice can't win.
Yes. I've heard about jurors being bribed and evidence being falsified. And that's how the notion of the Reaper of the Bailey came about, isn't it?
Obviously, Scotland Yard suspected von Zykes initially. We all assumed he was taking matters into his own hands if he failed to seal the deal in court.
Although the man himself denies that charge.
Well, we've done a very thorough investigation, and the conclusion we reached is that Lord von Zykes in no way related to the deaths of these people outside the courtroom. There's no question in my mind. I stake my reputation on it, I would.
If that's true, then how do you explain it? All those defendants couldn't have just coincidentally died if nobody killed them.
I know that, but I can't explain it. It's a mystery after all, isn't it? That's the whole point of the Reaper.
Professor Harebrine mentioned something else.
I bet it's the apprentice who's actually the Reaper.
Oh.
It could be.
Yeah, he could. Because he's not doing it, but they also don't know anything about that guy either. Professor Harebrine mentioned something else. He said that at university, Lord von Zykes was a totally different person. Easygoing and kind.
You what?
You what?
You what?
He said that it was after they both graduated that something happened to change the man. Do you have any idea what it was?
No clue.
Really?
Look, I've got my hands full watching over this frustrating crime scene. Why don't you go and make a nuisance of yourself elsewhere, huh?
Sounds like you might know, but I don't know. It's hard to tell.
Wait, hold up. Why? I don't know why it's not giving us the... It's not giving us the thing to keep going, and I don't know why. One sec.
Are we missing something?
Well, not really. Hold on. What happens here? Okay, screwdriver. No. Wait. What's this?
The amazing horn-shaped device is pointing towards the crystal tower. I suppose once people are disassembled by the machine, they're shot out of that thing to wherever they're going.
I don't think it was supposed to shoot anything, Runo. It was set up to beam people to the Crystal Tower where they'd be reconstructing their original form.
Well, I don't like the look of it. If it was as amazing as it looks, the accident wouldn't have happened in the first place, of course.
I suppose that's true, yes.
But nothing ever goes according to plan, does it? Okay. Wait, could you scan the balloon up there too, or?
I mean, I
is that
could,
just-
but I don't think it'll... I know it won't proceed us forward.
Let's see, there's...
Okay.
Right, we're still here. Let's examine... We need to... get down from here. I don't know how to do that.
Yo, try going down here.
Hold on.
Gregson, get us down.
Where's the steps at? Hold on. There's something back here. I'm sure... I don't
Okay.
think this is it. No, this isn't it. How do we get down from here? Where's the way out? Are you...
I am totally unsure.
Hold up. There's... I have a way around this. Watch. We'll just move, and then we'll move back.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay. Let's see. Oh, we need to examine this again.
Wait, we do?
Mm-hmm. That's the cove and up after this instant kinesis or whatever they call it. Dead, of course.
And yet they're calling the experiment a success?
What's the wooden scaffold there for? What's the wooden scaffold there for? The coppers, our lads, set up after the incident happened. To get the body down, I think. Dunno, really.
Didn't you help direct the scaffold then?
Nah, lookout duty is more my thing. Wandering around the exhibition and keeping a lookout for the fun stuff.
Mind Gregson doesn't hear you say that, or he'll give you the boot. It's incredible though, isn't it? I mean, could the victim really have bridged the gap by some sort of invisible kinesis?
Bruno, listen!
What? What is it?
I've been thinking. Hurley might know something, mightn't he?
About what?
Anything and everything. About Mr. Reaper.
What happened to Lord Ponzykes, you mean? Because it sounds like something very significant occurred when he graduated from university. Something that completely changed his life. Maybe, but I have no idea where to find Mr. Sholmes at the moment. He's in the middle of some big case, isn't he?
Here, this is what you need.
What's this? Some kind of entrance ticket? Random test spells. Is this supposed to mean something to me?
You don't know it? It's the most popular attraction in London at the moment. It's very close to Baker Street, actually. We can go now if you like.
No, we don't have time for visiting attractions today, Iris. We have a big trial tomorrow.
But that's where Hurley is.
What? At this popular London attraction?
Yes.
How is it that you know where he is?
Hurley told me. But he told me to keep a secret from you, Bruno.
Madam Iris. Sweetie. You can't be doing that now.
Sure I can. Wink.
I don't see how it could be related to the case we're investigating here, but then... stranger things have happened, and when they happen, Mr. Sholmes is usually at the heart of them.
Alright, now we can move. Hurley told me. He told me not to tell you. I told you anyway.
Cool. Oh, jeez.
Museum of Waxworks.
Oh. What is this place? Look at all these terrifying scenes. Why are the people so still? Guillotines, ruthless murderers. I know what I'll be dreaming about tonight.
I'm about to actually you real quick. It's pronounced guillotine. It is French. So you know the L's are just not pronounced in it's a French word because they pretend letters don't exist when they're still there. It's really dumb.
That's weird. Guillotines.
Why does that man look like Beppo?
He does kind
Like,
of
I know
look
it's not because Beppo's a carriage driver, but like, anyway. They're all wax models. They're amazingly realistic, aren't they? What do you think, Bruno? Shocked?
Wax models? Ah! I read about dead bodies in wax once in a magazine about strange phenomena. Depending on how corpses are kept after death, parts of them can turn to wax, apparently. It's called a adipocere?
Sure. Stop talking about creepy things like that, Bruno. You're scaring me. Anyway, adipocere doesn't form readily, you know. It... What now?
I just remembered something else I read in another magazine about strange phenomena. There was an old lady, maybe a witch, who used to pour molten wax over corpses and put them on display.
None of the exhibits in here are real. They're all entirely man-made replicas.
That can't be. You really expect me to believe that? Just look at them.
Oh.
There's no way anybody could make models of people that are this realistic. You'd be surprised. Oh.
So, wax model or stupid idiot Herlock Sholmes?
And they're all such gruesome scenes. Wait.
What is it?
Oh. No. I must be seeing things.
Oh. Okay. Alright. We need to examine a ladder. Oh, wait, no, never mind. Sorry. That's not it. We need to talk to Sholmes. I mean, wax model.
Wax Sholmes. It's the great detective, Mr. Herlock Sholmes. Mr. Sholmes has his own wax statue in here. Really?
Ah, it's in a different pose this time.
Yeah. Huh.
Well, he is world famous after all.
It's an uncanny resemblance, isn't it? Makes my skin crawl to look at it.
I know. But look, Reno, you can kick this Hurley, and he doesn't move a muscle.
You can't go kicking the exhibits, Iris. Wait. It just moved, I'm sure. And not just a little bit either.
Really? Did it?
Look closely. There are beads of sweat on the face. That's this wax model. Shall we move on, Iris? Over there, look. This is a great murder scene to enjoy. Much more appealing.
Hold it!
My dear fellow, I take exception to your recoiling in such a manner, as if you've seen something truly abhorrent.
Mr. Sholmes! I knew it!
Iris, that kick really hurt.
Go.
Iris, what possessed you? I strictly forbid you from divulging my temporary waxwork secret to Mr. Nanhodo.
Temporary waxwork? What do you mean?
And that kick! Could you not have exercised a little more restraint? You winded me! But Reno has something he needs to ask you. Ah, a question. And I thought you'd be probably be getting bored too. So here we are. Well, I can't deny that your timing was impeccable. A mere 2 minutes more being stationary like that, and my great brain upon which all my success has been built would have been turned to wax.
Thank goodness we arrived in time.
Was that sarcasm? Anyway,
No.
in many ways, the pair of you just saved the world from an unimaginable loss. Oh, Hurley, you do like to talk nonsense, don't you?
Gee whiz. You could know something that's true.
I could know a great many somethings.
About Lord Von Sykes, about what happened to the past to change him.
Now that you're here, let's take our time. How can I be of assistance? For your luck, I'm suddenly quite taken with the idea of conversing.
Oh, well, actually, I'm quite in a hurry.
Oh no.
I'm in quite a hurry.
And if my eyes don't deceive me, I believe something is afoot within the walls of this very museum. A most fascinating case, if I'm not mistaken.
Really?
Moreover, I have a strong suspicion that it is related to the matter about which you've come to me. I don't think it is.
But how could it be?
We shall speak again presently, my dear fellow. But for now, I must return to my work.
What? Back to being a temporary waxwork exhibit? So do we just ask him about Madame Tusples or temporary waxwork? I guess we asked him about all of it, but...
There's something else. This is weird. 1 second. Oh, okay. Oddly enough... Hold on. What? What? Okay, this guide is nonsense at the moment. It's not being very clear. Like, we do have to talk to him. Nothing else we can really do. No, not move. I don't think we can find Tuspels at this very moment. Yeah, we can't.
Oh, okay.
Well, what does he like to ask me then?
Actually, it's about Lord Von Sykes.
Ah, our friend Mr. Reaper. How did you find him? Well, I trust. Oh, I see what the guy was saying. You could skip the other two things to progress the story. Okay, so this one we're on is the right one.
And so I filled Mr. Sholmes in about everything I learned. About Lord Von Sykes, about Professor Hairbrain, and about the strange coincidence that he had been at university together. So I'm wondering, what is that happened to make Lord Von Sykes such a different person?
I was sure you know, Hurley.
You said there was something going on here in the exhibit hall before. That something was afoot. And that you believed it was related to what I wanted to ask you about. Mr. Sholmes? He suddenly climbed up.
Well, it seems we've reached the unavoided... Okay, so you can take this. You can be Madame Tuspels if you want.
Okay, greetings. I need to see how she looks like, so I know
Hot.
what voice to give her. Oh, okay. Oh, hello. Where did she appear from? And what's she wearing? Does she look any more mysterious? I hope you're appreciating my museum. Sorry, have we? Mr. Sholmes, do you know that... Not again! My apologies. I'm Esmeralda Tuspels. This is my museum of waxwork. What? You're the Madame Tussbells? Bien sûr. Though only 26 years young, I might add.
Ah, she's just my type.
Honestly, she is pretty cute, though. Is that significant somehow? I am a madam in name only. It has a certain je ne sais quoi. Right. Firstly, I must apologize for my waxworks, or rather, one waxwork in particular. That'll be Mr. Sholmes, then. I was led to believe that he was a great detective, but he seems unable to settle. Next time you move from your designated exhibit, there will be toil and trouble. Whoa!
I have that specific animation clipped on my Switch. It was so good. She sounds deadly serious.
That's a problem. How am I supposed to ask Mr. Sholmes about Lord Von Sykes now?
Let's not forget what Hurley said before. About something being afoot right here in the museum, I mean.
Yes, I know, but...
I'm so curious. I want to know what's happening here.
Have we got enough on our plate already?
Let's see.
Okay. I wonder, could I ask you something? Bien sûr. I'm just curious, is anything going on in the museum at the moment? Some kind of incident, perhaps? Whoever suggested such a thing to you? Oh, well, it was... your temporary waxwork who mentioned it to be a little... Oh, he disappeared. Oh. Is this still, what, Spacer?
It was... okay. I see. A wax model's work of art, not some tawdry object for trade.
There you are. Leaving the exhibit again when you should be working. Do you wish to be melted down?
My dear Madam Tussbells, save your reprimands. There are more pressing concerns. The wax can wait. It's our ideas about your current problem we must throw into the melting pot instead. Personally, I would advise you not to involve the police.
Why ever not? She's turned as white as a sheet, if that can be even more possible.
Because you have at your disposal a great detective, whose services you may employ for a mere 50 shillings. Though please be aware that I prefer... No, I insist upon payment in advance.
Very well. Let us see if the great detective is able to live up to his name, shall we?
You hear this music, you know what this means. I'm about to solve every problem in the world. And maybe get a few things wrong. Before I engage my analytical process, I must ask you to clarify something. What, pray, is behind the curtain?
That is the Tussbell special exhibit. There is an extra charge to see it.
Ah, the special exhibit in the House of Horrors. It must have picked a special killer then, I presume. Would you be so kind as to draw back the curtain, I wonder?
Absolute. Oh, I guess that's how you say it.
Yep, absolutely none.
There's nothing amiss behind there.
For some reason, she has random French.
Ah.
Nothing amiss, madam. What about the arm protruding ominously from under the curtain? I strongly encourage you to allow me to see what lies beyond, before the situation worsens.
Yes, very well. I will draw back the curtains, but only as to Cros. I assume that means second.
Probably. Number 139? I must confess, I peeked behind the curtain earlier. The Tuspel special exhibit is a very bleak graveyard scene indeed. And yet, somewhat surprisingly, the waxwork killer one would expect is nowhere to be seen. What does strike one, however? Hey, that's one of our jurors!
Yeah.
In fact, he was usually he was the foreman sometimes. Is a portly gentleman lying peacefully on his back on the floor.
Well then perhaps, Mr. Sholmes. That man on the floor is the ruthless killer himself.
I'm afraid not, my dear fellow. He's a perfectly ordinary London gentleman. Not even a waxwork, in fact.
What?
As skillfully made as these waxworks are, they are always distinguishable from real humans. So, allow me to present my two conclusions. The first is that a sizable business transaction has been taking place in this special exhibit.
Why would you say that?
And the second is that the aforementioned transaction is linked to a serious crime.
Ah! She looks as pale as candle wax. I don't understand.
So, Madame Tuspels, as you've agreed to my fee, you shall now have the pleasure of seeing the famously great detective and temporary exhibit at work. Time for his deduction of dance and dance of deduction and stuff.
Here we go.
To begin with, we must ask ourselves what exactly is afoot here in this museum. The answer is revealed by the bundle of banknotes protruding so helpfully from your bag. In my estimation, some £200.
That is all my own money.
So what does this large sum of money reveal? Ah, not as much as the involuntary glance you cast, it would seem, Madame Tuspels. Yes, the answer lies where your eyes now fall. No. The significance of £200 revealed by that public notice. What am I on about? I have no idea. Waxwork for sale? Your business hit hard times, it would seem. In short, you sold the infamous killer the centerpiece of your special exhibit for the sum of £200.
No! Or none.
None! Now, let us explore the next curiosity with which we are presented. Who is the portly gentleman stretched out so peacefully on the floor? It would appear the man has suffered a severe shock, the cause of which is clearly known to you. Unfortunately, madam, keeping secrets does not appear to be your forte. Or your base. What dealt the man such a shocking blow was, of course, the £200.
Huh?
What? It would appear that you twisted this gentleman around your little finger most effectively.
What are you suggesting?
He knows the color of your underpants.
The fiend!
He rashly agreed to purchase the waxwork for the sum of £200. Conveniently enough, the same he weighs, even though we don't use pounds here in Great Britain. Only when he came to hand the money over did it occur to him what an extortionate amount he was paying. But the money was no longer in his hands. And the result? The scene we see before us. He collapsed in shock. I am truly brilliant. Yes, the killer in the special exhibit fetched for a killer price. We can only pray the gentleman's dreams are not plagued with regret. I did it. But that's only the first topic. Wait till you see the next one.
Oh dear. Okay.
The question that arises then,
is what has become of the waxwork that changed hands. Let us consider that problem for a moment.
You cannot possibly...
I can, and I will. What immediately strikes me about this conundrum is the young man standing over there. Who is this fellow? To find the answer, we need only observe his neckerchief.
Could take off his hat.
Such as worn by policemen as a secret sign to fellow members of the force that a crime is being perpetrated. Yes, this young man is an undercover policeman currently investigating the museum. I know him very well, in fact. It's Sergeant John Clay. Yeah, he's a wax figure, but his name is Clay.
I get it. What are you talking about?
I have no earthly idea. The man's quite a celebrity. He received triple accolades at last year's policing awards.
But...
Next, we turn our attention to the old man set before with the particularly unsightly visage. I've been watching closely and he hasn't moved a muscle. Almost, in fact, as if he were waxwork.
Okay. But you...
Your reaction only confirms my suspicions, madam. I noticed it at once, of course. Observe. The telltale sign that instantly proves whether or not this old man's a waxwork is the obvious price tag. That can't be right. Why is this in the script?
Take it off.
Threepence. A tragically low price, you might say. Though perhaps the going rate for aging waxworks riddled with cracks.
You're a crack.
And yet, you sold it to the portly gentleman for an exorbitant £200. The sort of plucky behavior that's sure to attract the attention of Scotland Yard. Isn't that so, madam?
I do not...
This man, he is crazy! Yes, the waxwork you sold has already been seized by the police and remains in their custody as we speak.
You must be cuckoo crazy.
The old man must be reunited with his grave in the special exhibit, and not a moment too soon.
I don't know about all that.
Thus concludes Sherlock Holmes' great deduction of this horrifying puzzle.
Oh.
I see I've stunned you all into silence. You have, Hurley. You have. And you've obviously upset this young lady in the process. Her cold looks awfully hot.
If I could just bring up 1 point, Mr. Sholmes.
Ah, the notorious Naruhodo 1 point. I'm all ears, my dear fellow.
According to your deduction, then, the special exhibit featured this old policeman. So, that would mean that he's the particularly ruthless murderer, wouldn't it?
The killer police Automole.
Sorry?
It was a mysterious series of murders that rattled the capital only last year. The police rushed to the scene every time, only to find the culprit had disappeared into the ether. And it turned out the culprit was a policeman himself, a senior officer by the name of Ottermole.
So you mean that's who's the sinister-looking old man there is supposed to be?
Indeed, it is a particularly grim face, is it not? Unforgettable, in fact. Yes, I remember that odious countenance only too well.
Is £200 a lot of money for a wax model?
It would be enough to afford one of the latest steam carriages, if that puts things in perspective.
So, it is quite a lot then. Please put that down. Is there anything else you wish to add? Before I melt you down?
Did not mean to bash my mic. Oops.
Nah, that's fine. That bubbling wax is looking more and more ominous.
The smell of that mold wax is starting to worry me.
Mr. Jones did more or less just accuse her face, so I think I might have to call in your assistance here, Iris, if that's alright. Make some minor corrections to the great detective's great deductions.
Of course it's alright. We'll soon set things straight.
Well, let's get started then, shall we? Before Madame Tussbells vents her anger.
Just what I was waiting to hear, my dear fellow. So, Madame Tussbells, in accordance with our agreement, you shall now have the pleasure of seeing this famously great detective and temporary exhibit at work.
Alright, let's fix the problems.
Hold it, Mr. Sholmes.
Hold this cauldron of molten lava.
Please.
Alright.
Okay.
So what does it reveal? So her glance, it obviously falls to this random sign.
Maybe not. She definitely looked in this direction, it's true.
But I'm not sure she's selling her waxworks even for 200 pounds.
Oh?
She must pour her heart and soul into making them, don't you think? Over and above the wax. If it were me, I wouldn't sell them for anything.
For that much money, I would. But it sounds like that would make me a bad person. Probably not, but you probably should sell it for more. Well anyway. I wonder if the 200 pounds could have some other significance.
Let's follow that for a glance again, and see if there's anything else that could explain it. Alright, let's see. Huh.
Oh.
What's this? What's that note doing pinned on the wall there?
What's this here? Oh yes, let's see. Dear Madame Tussbells, we've taken the prisoner from this room. The price for his safe return is 200 pounds. Oh. Have the money ready by noon on 23rd October.
What?
This is... It's just like the sort of thing that's left behind when someone is kidnapped.
It's a ransom note.
Yes,
Yeesh.
it's a ransom. Freaking Iris.
Yes. Exactly. Okay, so that's what she's looking at then.
Take that!
The significance of the 200 pounds is revealed by that ransom note.
Quite so. And we must congratulate these criminals on their inventiveness abducting a waxwork. 200 pounds is no small ransom fee, yet you clearly intended to pay it.
Samantha, this question has special importance, so I put together all the money I have.
In summary then, the 200 pounds you have in your handbag is ransom money. Now, let's explore the next curiosity with which we are presented. Who is the portly gentleman stretched out so peacefully on the floor? It would appear the man has suffered a severe shock, the cause of which is clearly known to you. Unfortunately, madam, keeping secrets does not appear to be your forte. What? So we're still on 200 pounds.
Nah, it's not the money though. So if the waxwork was kidnapped, where does that leave us in terms of who this man is?
We could just ask him when he comes round.
I think the point of this exercise is to understand the beauty of the deduction process, Iris.
Yes, you're right. Hurley's trying so hard, we mustn't let him down.
Well, there's little doubt he suffered a shock. That seemed clear. But in that case, what's Madame Tussbells trying to hide? Let's have a closer look around.
Let's see.
Alright, what are you hiding? There's a hand
Long
right
hair
there.
braid.
Yeah, it's a hand.
Wait a second!
Yeah.
Hold on, whoa!
She
Hold
has
up.
a hand right there.
This is just Madame Tussbells' right hand, isn't it?
Yes, it must be. I can clearly see your left hand after all.
Oh, but wait a minute. This is a left hand as well, look. Oh no, she's related to Jay, Guile, and Enyaba.
Ugh, not those creeps. Ugh.
She might be young Enya from the JoJo OVAs.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
That was such a weird thing. Her stand could just make her randomly young looking.
Ugh. Don't say such creepy things, Iris, please.
And it seems very stiff too. Maybe rigor mortis set in. In fact, it's really hard.
You mean... it's made of wax?
I think that might be it.
Yeah. What dealt the man such a shocking blow was, of course, the waxwork hand.
Indeed. With a solid waxwork limb, one could deliver a very substantial blow.
How could you...
The hand protruding from the bottom of your cape. It ought to be a right hand, but closer inspection reveals that it is in fact a left hand. And somewhat masculine as well. In other words, it does not belong to you, madam. It is the hand of a waxwork model.
Yeah. That's a big old arm. Some of the visitors to my museum can be troublesome. They meddle with the exhibits and cause damage. So you mean that arm? Yes. These gentlemen saw fit to try to remove it as a souvenir.
No small keepsake.
Like taking a whole branch off a cherry tree when you go to view the blossoms. I'm afraid I had to teach that man a lesson. Woof! You confronted the man and tried to take the arm back.
And the result? The scene we saw before us. He was knocked unconscious. A point we may need to revisit later, but for the time being we have our conclusion. Yes, the killer in the special exhibit has been kidnapped. The question that arises then is what has become of the waxwork that changed hands. Let us consider that problem for a moment.
You cannot possibly...
What immediately strikes me about this conundrum is, yeah, okay, young man. Who is he? Let's examine his neckerchief.
Okay. According to Mr. Sholmes, the yellow neckerchief is assigned to the other policeman that some crime is underway.
A way of communicating with his colleagues about revealing his identity, yes. It's a secret that's closely guarded by Scotland Yard.
Mr. Sholmes didn't hesitate to give away.
Oops.
Oh.
Well, uncovering secrets ain't true detective's nature, of course.
Right. Anyway, judging from Madame Tussbell's reaction to Mr. Sholmes' deduction, I think perhaps I might not have identified the man quite correctly.
Alright, let's see.
Oh, his arm's missing. Whoops. What the? That man has a stub sticking out of his shoulder where his arm should be.
Ah, well that sells that then.
Right, this isn't a real person at all.
His entire arm's been ripped off from the shoulder down.
His arm's been... Of course, that ties to what we just found out.
Take that!
His stub.
Hey, don't talk about man's stub like that. It makes him very self-conscious.
Oh, I'm sorry. Who is this fellow? To find the answer, we need only to observe his shoulder stub.
No such boneless human walks this earth. Of that I can assure you. In other words,
what's in the dark.
the... What?
You don't know what's in the dark, Mr. Sholmes.
Well, not a human with bones that are not existent. In other words, the man standing here, the young Sergeant John Clay, is in fact, defying all odds, a waxwork model.
I seem to remember it was you who that he was a real person in the first place, Mr. Sholmes.
No, that doesn't sound right.
Oh. He has become quite a celebrity in London, being the winner of no less than 3 policing awards last year. I simply had to make a model of the man.
Naturally. What other explanation could there be?
And it was this detective's arm that was pulled off by the man on the floor in the special exhibit, wasn't it?
Next, we turn our attention to the old man sat before him with a particularly unsightly visage. I've been watching closely and he hasn't moved a muscle. Almost, in fact, as if he were a waxwork.
Okay.
Alright, we're still on this part.
Okay.
So... the tag is the giveaway, except it's not.
A killer policeman. Called Ottermole, was it? Was he well known?
It was all over the papers last year, but I can't say I know what he looks like. It's a very low price, though. Threepence isn't much money.
Only enough for a few measly hours of gas and Mr. Garrett's delightful lodgings, in fact. So this is the special killer taken from the special exhibit, is it? The waxwork that somebody stole from the museum and tried to ransom for £200. Is this crusty old killer policeman Ottermole? Really?
Perhaps we should have a good look around again and see if another idea crops up.
Okay.
Oh, wait, I just saw his foot move.
Wait, his legs move, yeah. I don't believe it.
It's a secret sign that lets other detectives know some criminal activity is underway.
Yes, a slightly strange choice of outfit they use. Wait a minute, hold on. Let me try that again. Yes, a slightly strange choice of outfit if he was trying to go unnoticed.
Ah, he must be a detective disguised as a policeman.
Or a detective disguised as a waxwork model of a policeman.
He doesn't look like he's clever enough to think of something like that, though.
Perhaps you should try to be a little more polite about him, Iris.
Take that!
This man obviously streams on Twitch.
The telltale sign that instantly proves whether or not this old man is a waxwork is obviously Twitch.
In most realistic waxworks do not exhibit a Twitch. They exhibit a YouTube. In other words, the splendid old man is in fact a genuine member of Scotland Yard.
Slight shift on your choice of objectives then. Or adjectives then.
And there you have it. Well, Madame Tusples.
Well, what? It was me who contacted the police and demanded that someone come in the first place. He's clearly fatigued. He's sound asleep. But then, what's this tag about showing the price of 3 pence?
No doubt the price tag of the muffler, which the old Bobby purchased recently at a local market. And I presume you've observed the scarf tied around his arm. Does that not strike you, Mr. Naruhodo?
Yes, the secret sign used by detectives to show that some criminal activity is currently underway. Of course, because as you know, there has been just such a criminal activity happening here. As you deduced from the very beginning, Detective.
So, it would seem that we finally arrive at the truth.
The waxwork of the especially ruthless killer from the special exhibit has been kidnapped.
And Scotland Yard are already investigating. But the model's whereabouts remain a mystery. Thus concludes Sherlock Holmes' great deduction of this horrifying puzzle. Whew.
That was crazy.
Scary, even.
But, yeah, but how's she gonna get her thing back, I guess? See, all sorts of people visit my museum here. Men, women, young and old. Sometimes they drop it just for a short time on their way back from the from the pub. I welcome them all. But if anyone tries to damage my exhibits, I do not take it lightly.
I damaged them right back.
You damage them, I damage you! Anyway. Your great deduction was even more enchanting than I've been led to believe.
It was a pleasure, my dear madam. I'm gratified that you enjoyed the spectacle. And as for your rough customer, I've no doubt he'll regain consciousness shortly and return home. What concerns me more is the waxwork from the special display, if it was indeed genuinely abducted.
Yes, tragically, it was.
Then I would ask you to recount to us the events surrounding the stolen waxwork. In as much detail as possible, if you please.
Very well. But after I've told you what I know, I must insist that you return to your work.
The talents of a great detective could be put to better use, I feel, but as you wish.
I wonder why he has to stand there anyway. That's kind of weird. Tell us more about the stolen waxwork, please. It was some days ago now, when I came in here from one morning. I immediately noticed that the waxworks were missing from the special exhibit here. Okay.
Here's your most prominent display, so that's why the curtains were closed.
And I found the ransom note in its place. The culprit must have broken in during the night and taken it then.
So this waxwork that was stolen, it was a model of some horrible criminal, I suppose?
Of a particularly horrible criminal, in fact. The killer who left a more profound scar on society than any other, I would say. The Professor.
Oh, not Jack the Ripper?
Huh. Not a name I've heard of.
Actually, the Jack the Ripper display is one that Sholmes was next to.
Ah.
So, Mr. Naruhodo, it seems the circle is complete.
Sorry?
The Professor case happened around the time I was born, didn't it? Indeed it did, Iris. 10 years ago, a series of murders that rocked the capital.
10 years ago?
Yes, at exactly the time. That Baruch von Zykes graduated from university, in fact.
What? Surely he's not saying...
So the big event that changed Mr. Reaper's life... As you surmised, it was a Professor case.
Who was this Professor then? It was a series of gruesome murders that had all of London gripped in terror a decade ago. After 5 victims were killed, the man was arrested and put to death.
And now he's immortalized here in wax for all Londoners to admire and enjoy. Though, of course, he happens to be absent at present on account of the abduction.
I don't understand. How is all this related to Lord von Zykes?
You must first understand, my dear fellow, why it is that the Professor earned such infamy. It was due to the victims he chose, some of Whitehall's finest. What do you mean, Hurley? Those murdered by the Professor were some of the highest members of the British aristocracy. Members of the nobility, even royalty. It sent shockwaves through the country's administration.
Members of the... Ah! Wait! Of course! What Professor Hairbrain said. Lord Von Zykes is from a family with noble blood.
Oh gosh!
He is Batman.
It was the 5th victim that led to the professor's arrest. The last of the killer's prey was a young noble by the name of... Clint Von Zykes.
No! I don't believe it. Von Zykes?
I'm sure you can piece together the rest for yourself. In the wake of his older brother's murder, the young Barok pursued a career as a prosecutor, and eventually became the Reaper we know today.
I had no idea Lord Von Zykes had such a tragic past.
Well, I'm afraid that's all I can say on the matter. For the time being, at least. After all, I have work to do. As a waxwork exhibit.
I'm afraid I shall have to excuse myself as well. Oh yes, of course. It's been a pleasure. Thank you. Ah, poor Baron.
Baron?
Oh wait, no. Yeah, was it Baron Von Zykes?
Barrack.
Oh, why do I keep saying Baron?
You haven't.
Baron.
This is the first time you called him that.
Yeah, but in my mind I keep saying it must be a Baron, right? Not Baroque. He was. Well, none of the predicted scenarios I've been analyzing involved you coming to... Oh, wait. Who's this?
Oh.
Oh.
It's been too long. It really has. I'm delighted to see you, Barak. It's been 10 years, and here we are, meeting in a prison of all places. I can't forgive myself what happened to Mr. Asmund. I just can't! I still can't believe it could happen. Tomorrow, the court will decide. Yes. I have a young Eastern man acting for my defense. He seems reliable enough, though. It was an accident. A terrible accident. He assures me he can prove it. I must warn you. Oh, I know. I've heard already. You're going to be prosecuting, aren't you? Yes. Since I returned to England, I have heard lots of stories. Barak, are you really... Batman? No. What?
Darn.
Never mind. I know that you have my best intentions at heart. My friend is on trial. I wouldn't trust it to anybody else. Of course, I fully understand. Thank you, Barak. Until tomorrow, then. I'll see you in court.
Gosh. This is gonna be awkward for the both of them.
Yep.
Probably more so for Bark though.
Probably. But hey, that's all the time we have for this episode, so thank you all so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. You know what to do. And, as always, we'll see you in court.